Hello and welcome to Selah, where we take time out of each weekday to pause, catch our breath, draw near to God and refresh our spirits. Confession time. This week I got myself really wound up by something I'd read on the internet that just happened to pop up on my Instagram feed. Instead of choosing to ignore, move on and get on with the rest of my day, I ended up going down a rabbit hole reading more about and around what this person had said and getting myself even more worked up and annoyed. I ended up ranting to my husband. I can't believe people actually say this kind of stuff. I'll admit, it wasn't the most productive use of my time. The internet is a wonderful but terrible thing. We have all the information we could possibly want at our fingertips. We're only a few clicks away from being able to find out what's going on in the world at any given moment, in the news, politics, sport, entertainment, and we've also got access to the world and its billions of opinions. Social media has become a hub for keyboard warriors, slating one another in the comment section on someone's post, aggressively arguing for or against. The online world is full of unsolicited opinions. It's full of people expressing what they do or don't believe, who they will or won't vote for, what they like and what they don't like. Sometimes you'll agree, and sometimes you'll disagree, and sometimes you'll read something that makes steam come out of your ears. And that brings me on to a song called This Is My Country, written by Gable and Kristene DiMarco in 2020. In today's musical musing episode, we're going to delve into a song whose lyrics I think can be relevant for us all.
For when I stop and breathe in your presence, I find that you are the answer. You're all I need. And even when I don't understand, I know I am safe in your hands. Just breathe. Just breathe.
Now, today's song is interesting to me. I first came across it a couple of years ago, right when the last American elections were happening. I saw a post that had some of the lyrics written out and thought that they so poetically spoke into the cultural moment much of the West was, has, and is experiencing of late. It's not my most favourite song musically, but I think the message contained is one that we can all apply to our lives and learn from. The opening line comes at you with,
Baby, we will get to heaven and realize we were both wrong.
excuse me? Surely there's a right and a wrong, right? That is definitely what I would have thought back in the days of my youthful zeal. But as I've gotten older and life has happened and my relationship with Jesus has deepened and matured and been broken and built back up, I've realised that life contains way more shades of grey than it does black and white. In my opinion, I should hasten to add. The song carries a certain conviction with it, and for me leads to the question about whether, in our quest to be right or prove others wrong, how often we take our eyes off Jesus and make it about building our own kingdom instead of his. Can we tell God from a man-made king? Can we tell love from a promise ring? Can we tell the kingdom from the kingdom where we lay our head down? You are my country. You are my land. You are the line I'm drawing in the sand. Jesus, you are my city. You are my town. You are the king. We give you back the crown. Those lyrics are a bit of a nudge in the ribs to me. It's a call to remember that we are in this world, not of it. To be able to fully take our lead from Jesus, we need to know him. We need to spend time in his presence. We need to read his word. We need to pray. We need to invest time in him just as we would for any relationship or friendship. That is how we get to hear the shepherd's voice and learn what it sounds like. I wonder how often we create a version of Jesus in our heads that serves our purposes and mission and end up dragging him behind, instead of us humbly serving and following his leadership and who he really is. As I mentioned before, I heard this song during a very divisive and destructive time in American politics. The song authors are in fact American. I don't know if this song was written in response to that and the breaking down of friendships and civility between people over political disagreement. I think the song certainly speaks into that, but I think it's a challenge to us all to love and honour in our disagreements and keep Jesus central to everything we are and do, including our responses to the things around us. I think back to my response earlier in the week, when you could have fried an egg on my rage, and I feel a bit embarrassed. Okay, so I still don't agree with that thing the person said, but maybe I need to look at my attitude and how I responded to it. Was it godly? No, I don't think it was, to go and listen to more and more and get angrier. I think maybe it was an invitation to talk to God about the feelings and emotions that were provoked in me. And if I perceived something was not right or I disagreed, be that theologically or socially with whatever the person was saying, to think about what I could do with those feelings and thoughts that would be constructive and loving and in line with the journey God's got me on, instead of looking over at someone else's lane, hoping someone would throw sticks in their path. It's not always pleasant being convicted by the Holy Spirit, is it? But this song has been an arm around the shoulder, let's go and have a talk kind of thing for me. Before I end this episode and we listen to the song, I want to end by quoting some of these lyrics. I pledge allegiance to the presence no matter what it costs. The only war I'm begging for was finished on the cross. Jesus has the final say, and our allegiance, our love, our loyalty should be to him, and from that place everything else flows. Jesus said, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbour as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments.
Maybe